You're not recording.
We've
This
just
is
You're missing all the gold.
All right, now I'm gonna press. Now I'm gonna do the intro screen. And welcome to yet another episode of the 3 Speed Podcast, coming to you from Parts Unknown Online. Mad Ladder Jihad. To my right, we got the controlled opposition, Mr. Leo Curse. Actually, to my left, but whatever.
Yep.
But below me, as he always is Fatso Ollie Horn. And sorry, Ollie's
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
I thought it was Nico Ocado.
Why
Nico
did you go to
Avocado.
your camera, Ollie? You're taking up the whole shot.
What are you
that's just
talking
Ollie.
about?
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
And then Justin's here as well. How's it going, everyone?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Ollie-
Hey, guess what? This is like one of those political compass diagrams. Get it?
I'm on the left.
Good.
Ollie's on the down left, and Justin's on the down right. And I'm the only person. And I'm the only person of color here. Ollie's in Paris. He's been to Disneyland.
I went to Disney.
Like-
My brother's a Disney adult, which
That's what
it's about as embarrassing as saying my brother is a convicted paedophile.
Well, it's probably a lot of overlap there. I should imagine those Venn diagrams.
It might be. It's oh man, Disney is unironically a fun place to be, but he knows everything. Like you cannot go on a single ride without saying what it used to be and like what Disney intended. But the best part about it was on the last day we were queuing up to get a picture with Tigger. No, not Tigger. Who was it? One of the dogs, Pluto, and we've got chatting to this Disney adult in the queue, this lady who was from Britain, and she was just going around all the characters getting pictures by herself, and she had a disability pass that meant she got free unlimited fast pass rides on everything.
Did she have a disability? What was her disability?
No, the disability was self-diagnosed ADHD and
it's scam of the week.
Honestly, my sister's eyes lit up when she heard that all you had to do, because my sister was like, I get anxiety, I get panic attacks. It's like, brilliant, we're gonna get on all the rides you want now. So
then there's going to be some bald kid who's got 6 months to live, getting all these just nonsense stupid adults who pretend they've got ADHD or whatever the thing is this week are all going to be skipping past these kids who are going to
do you know how
die.
many times I managed to get on Space Mountain because of it?
How many?
I don't.
I have 4.
Was it fun?
Do you have to queue? Are the queues long?
The normal queues for all the rides are about half an hour, some of them 45 minutes.
Fuck that.
But listen, if you have her pass, genuinely, you don't even go through the main queue. You go through a side entrance, and
what's the fast pass called then?
Well, so there is a paid fast pass. That's the point.
A blue badge.
You've got that.
A blue badge.
Ollie's got that for the hot dog stand.
No, you can pay like €200 to get one fast pass ride for all these rides, but this is a disability card, which basically says you get anxiety if you're in a queue amongst crowds of people, so you can just go and you're allowed to bring 3 friends with you. So she was there alone because she says her husband won't go to Disney with her, so she goes alone.
She doesn't have friends.
Well, she does have friends. She did go with a friend, but then she had a day alone to get all the pictures with the characters.
How long were you talking to this bitch, Ollie? You know everything about her.
Yeah, because we were in a queue with her for
Ollie shagged her.
Ollie had sex with a woman with disabilities.
We were in the queue. We were in the queue for this photo.
Why are you fucking disabled women, Ollie?
No,
in Space Mountain.
Hang on, but also I managed in the space of an hour. I got to go on Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain.
That's what you call sex.
What was the best ride you went on?
It's the one which
vending machine.
Oh no, actually.
Ollie bully just.
I put €2 in, two cream eggs fell out by mistake. It was
Ollie bully Justin back because people have been moaning that we bully you for being a fatty.
Yeah.
So bully Justin for being old.
I did rap on Friday.
Hang on, why me? What about you?
Yeah, listen,
I didn't. You who say vending machine and shit. I just join in.
I did the Rat Pack on Friday, and Sarah said that she's a fan of the pod, or former fan of the pod, but she's going to stop listening if you carry on bullying me. That's what she said.
Who?
Sarah Bowles.
Sarah. Talking about fans of the pods, If you're listening, shout out to Jolie Garland, who matched with Andy Roach on Hinge. Quite fit, apparently. She listens to us and some other podcasts.
Without
So
wanting
what?
to create opportunities to
Who's
bully
Andy
me, I will
Roach?
just close the Disney loop. One thing I did
Scouser
do was
comedian.
there's a restaurant in Walt Disney Studios, which is like a pasta restaurant. and
Ollie,
it shares
stop!
Really
toilets with
surprised
a
you
Stop!
went there.
Stop
No, listen.
giving Justin ammo to bully you,
listen,
Ollie.
this is
Talk
a
about pasta
genuinely good-
restaurants.
Hang
This
on.
is a
Whoa,
genuinely good
Ollie, let
business
me
tip.
interrupt. I've got to address this. You can't. You're now bullying me as you're the bully.
I'm not the bully.
You're now bullying me. You can't bully a bully. If you bully a bully, you're still a bully. Darius,
You're a
trying to
big,
blame me.
you're a big bully, Justin.
Darius
You've
was
been
going to me.
bullied.
Come on the pod. We'll bully Ollie. We'll just get him on it only to bully him. It'll be funny.
That's
And now
what-
you're
no,
turning it
Actually,
on me.
Darius has said exactly that message. I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Now you're bullying me.
Yeah. That's what this is. That's what banter is. It's just like a concentric circle of bullying.
This
What
is
men
top
do. Toxic men.
Toxic men.
Have
Go
you
on,
heard
finish.
this conspiracy about Frozen?
No.
You know Disney's one of their biggest ever films is Frozen.
Oh, I have heard this one, but go on.
Oh,
Yeah,
because of
they-
Walt Disney being
froze
frozen.
himself. Yeah, so
Yeah,
now
my-
you
my brother
Google
said that's
Disney
not true.
Frozen, it comes up with a film instead of him saying about hating Jews. I don't know.
We're
Well,
talking
that's
about.
like what Boris Johnson did with the bus, isn't it? It talks about red buses in an interview. So then, if you Google buses, it doesn't come up with his lies.
What about what?
Leo's gone.
Leo's
Oh,
gone.
he's
He
not
couldn't
having
take
you
it.
insult fucking Boris Johnson, mate. He's out.
Yeah. He's
Rage
back
quit.
now.
Let me quickly tell you about this Disney hack. Actually, it's not a hack; it's theft. Basically, one of the
Leo
restaurants,
rage quit.
What?
one of the
Nothing.
restaurants in Walt Disney Studios shares a toilet with one of the buffets. So you can go into the restaurant, go to the toilet, and then you get a backdoor entrance to the buffet.
I'm not going to say anything. I mean, you're not helping yourself, Ollie.
What was the best ride? What was it? Is that a roller coaster?
The best ride is the one which used to be called Rock and Roller Coaster, which has now been rebranded as some space thing. But it's brilliant. You go straight to a loop the loop. There's a corkscrew. It's brilliant. Honestly, the Disney roller coasters are genuinely good.
I
But
went to Disneyland in America. It was kind of rubbish. It was like a kids' park. Universal's much better.
There's
Apparently-
two, though, isn't there? There's
apparently
Land
depends
and
which one you go
World,
to.
isn't there?
The what?
Yeah.
And the best one to go to, Hailing Island Pleasure Beach. So if you go to Portsmouth, like just off the south of Portsmouth, there's an island called Hailing Island, but you can drive onto it. It's not really like an island, but they've got down on the beach, they've got this pleasure beach, and it was built in like the 70s by like one-eyed gypsies. So you got that real thrill when you go around the roller coaster, like all
Thing's real.
the rivets. All the rivets in
Yeah.
that are rusting. All the bolts are like,
And
everything's
rattling
shaking
around.
and stuff. So you just know something's going to pop off and you're all going to plunge. And it won't even make the news. It'll be like 4 people died in a fucking teacup. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a big disaster. But the other good thing about it is you get you pay. I think it was either £7 or £12. I think it wasn't very much money. And you get a band and you can have unlimited rides all day. And there's no queues because it's shit.
Well, you know that there's the most dangerous shittest one in the world. It's called Action Park in New Jersey, and they left it open for years. Kids usually died there. Look at this slide they had. This is a slide they had there. Look at that.
Everyone must just collect at the bottom.
It's like a bomb.
They got the right New Jersey's most
You
dangerous.
scroll
waterfall.
down.
Yeah, that's just the only one. But apparently people.
So
were
did people
flying
get
off.
stuck in it?
Man, they
Yeah.
broke their neck in it.
Hollywood.
How are you gonna go down?
Did Justin just say Hollywood?
No,
Yeah.
I said
Amazing.
Hollywood. Is it in Hollywood?
It's
Where did you say it was? Where did you say it was?
New Jersey. Ollie
Remember
was
we
so-
did the street luge?
Oh, that was so fun. When we went to
Yeah,
Singapore.
Yeah, Singapore, they got this street luge thing. So you sit in this little go-kart thing and you got a brake and you can steer it and you go down the hill and you can go super fast. But I thought, man, there's no way, if they're letting us do it, there's no way you can crash and hurt yourself. And then I crashed and hurt myself. I took all the skin off my arm. It was brutal.
Weren't you too tall for it?
And we shouted at the no, I wasn't.
Body shaming, Ollie.
We shouted at a fat kid. That is Billy the Child.
Because I was watching these kids come down, and there was one kid, and he was driving like such a pussy. go so slow.
Yeah.
So he's driving down.
He was
smiling.
still
I was
enjoying it, big smile on his face.
like- and then I shouted,
Till Darius bullied him.
"Oh, we should go fast!" And his face went, "Oh." He rolled over the line. That's what he gets. The best.
Yeah.
What's your best theme park? So yours is Having Island, Portsmouth. Rubbish. I think mine's.
Yeah.
I think
Six-
Universal Studios Japan is brilliant.
Why?
That's just showing off because you've been to Japan.
No, it's not. I tell you why. It's because a lot of Japanese people go to these parks and don't care.
Are
much
they
about the
tall enough to go on the rides?
Yes. No, but I'm obviously too big for some of them. Yeah, but like people, there's a lot of
Height
people
or
that go to theme
weight?
parks that don't care much for the roller coasters. So you want to go to a place where they care about like the character meet and greets and the parades. Then while those are going on, you're like back to back coasters. That was my experience at Universal.
What's the one
So
where
Japanese-
the leg came off? The Smiler.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
heard about
Alton
that.
Towers.
Smiler.
Is that Alton Towers? That's my favourite one.
Where they, someone, they got their legs cut off. Shit.
I haven't been
Imagine-
on. I can't go on roller coasters because of my back. I think I'd like end up in a wheelchair or something.
Well, you can get a card
What's
for
wrong with
that.
your back?
You can take us with you.
I've got osteoarthritis. It just really clicks a lot. And even if I sort of like that sort of getting thrown around would be the worst thing for it.
I can't go on them.
Can you
but I
still lift
go.
weights?
Yeah, I can do stuff like that. It's the kind of being thrown around, you know, like the G-force, whatever it is, and you have to sort of correct it.
Right.
You
What
say
made
your
it
back's
happen?
Too bad for.
Yeah, I
just get a
can't
sore
go
back.
on. I can't
Darius,
go
do you
on
have
it.
an access pass?
What's an act?
Apparently, if you get an access pass, you get like free entry to all the museums and stuff in Europe too, just for being disabled. It's good.
Ooh, I want to go to
No.
the museums.
Yeah. Can
Let's
I
go
make
to
the
the
homework, sir, this week?
Let's go to the science museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
I
interesting?
I went to Science
Look at some
Museum,
wire.
Actually, science.
but you don't
museum's
need to be
really fun.
disabled. You don't need to be disabled. You can just
It
go.
helps.
Yeah,
Because you're looking at the things going, one day they'll be able to fix my whatever. So, you know, have you been to the one with the, what's the one, the natural history one with the big dinosaur in the lobby?
Yeah, that dinosaur's
Natural
famous.
history, yeah.
He's
Fake,
not there
innit? Not
anymore.
real. Yeah, it's not a real dinosaur.
Apparently, none of the
What?
bones are real anyway.
They
What?
found like one bone and then like made the rest up.
Dippy the dinosaur's not real.
No, I don't know.
Google.
Probably.
I heard that.
Have you
Dippy
read
the
that really?
dinosaur. I actually heard that as well. Let's see. Natural History Museum. Let's see. Real. Conspiracy theory. Let's see. Oh,
Did you see
son
the-
of a bitch. Look at this. Nothing. You can't trust anything you see.
You can't trust
Everything-
anything.
They lie about everything. Look
Mhm.
at this.
Did
Look
you
at this.
see, talking of things you can't trust, do you see the hospital in Gaza? They said that Israeli Air Force bombed it. And then all the pictures that have come out, there's no impact site, no crater,
Oh, come on, man.
no sign of an airstrike.
Israel blatantly bombed it. This is how Israel propaganda works.
Where's
right?
where's the fucking crater then?
Hold on.
Where's the
This is
crater?
Let me tell you, this is what's going to happen. This
Where's
is
the
Israel.
structural damage?
This is Israel PR strategy. First of all, right? And if something happens, they deny it happened. They, we don't even know it happened. Then when they confirm, so hospital gets bombed. So we don't know nothing about hospital getting bombed. Then they say, the Palestinians did it. It's a Palestinian rocket. Then when it confirmed it wasn't, and said, yeah, but we don't deliberately target civilians. It was an accident. Then they go, yeah, but look how many people look at they kill civilians. Then if you continue, you're an anti-Semite. So we're at stage 2. Stage 3, they're gonna say, yeah, but we don't deliberately target and it was an accident. I bet you.
Yeah,
Put money on it.
all right.
This time next
That's
week.
great. I love your fantasy, Darius. But where's the crater?
This time next week.
Where's
They'll
the
come out
crater?
of
They've got to dig it. They've got to give them a chance to dig it, Leo. You know they haven't got Western work ethics over there. Even hey, Ollie, say that thing that was interesting what you said before we started recording about the Jewish people. That thing you said.
Yeah, where was that going, Ollie? Where was
Well,
that
said
going? You
don't
got
believe
really
in the
angry.
Holocaust.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You're teasing me.
When you were talking
You know what I
about
actually
that.
said before recording? Do I have time to go to a bakery? And then you
No,
laugh?
we're doing the podcast. No time.
No,
for you to go
remember,
to
remember,
bakery.
we made you take that flag down.
Yeah, that red one with a weird cross in the middle.
But actually, if you want to
And the
talk
white
about
circle.
So forget that though. I'll tell you what's interesting this week. The Jewish space lasers are a thing. Did you see that? Did you see the video of the new Iron Dome? So the new Iron Beam.
Iron Beam.
They've got Jewish space lasers, and let's see if we can find this video while you.
That sounds like a B movie.
That's the technical name for them. Let's see if I can find the video.
I was enjoying.
So what the lasers themselves are Jewish,
But shoot,
like they observe kosher law and stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, what's interesting is that you see the video of them happening. Then if you look at the footage from Maui, where Transformers blew up and took over and took out Maui and burned it, it looks very suspicious. And everyone was saying, "Oh, it was one of these laser beams that shot up Maui," and it was it's impossible. But the footage looks exactly the same.
They were just testing it out, maybe.
It doesn't look exactly the same.
All right, well, let's watch it. Give me a second. I'll find it. I'm just trying to find the link.
Do you remember when all that weed killer blew up in Beirut and it looked like the most advanced bomb ever? Do you remember that?
Yeah, fertilizer,
yeah, and it blew up and it looked like this sort of like a space technology weapon, didn't it? And it was just a load of fertilizer.
Yeah, it looked like a Moab. Yeah, but fertilizer, man. The IRA used to use fertilizer bombs.
Yeah, no, they're green.
And this was like a warehouse full of that stuff.
Yeah, but it all got damp, hadn't it? They had a leak, and no one fixed the leak.
Yeah, it wasn't being stored properly.
So this is the
Iron Beam.
Yeah, this is the Iron Beam going off. So if you look at this is the Iron Beam. Yeah.
I barely see it.
Well, you could just do it again. So look again, like those are rockets, and that's the Iron Beam.
Zing.
And then this is the. Let me find the.
So what is it? Like a missile shooter?
It's actual laser that shoots like rockets and stuff out of thing. But then this is
air defense. It's basically it's got a range of 7 kilometers, so it's not like a pay. Advantage it's got is per shot. It's very cheap. So one missile from a Patriot, from a Iron Dome or whatever, is thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Whereas one shot from the laser thing is about $4.
But if you look at this if you look at this reputable source that I've just posted, you'll see that 13 News Now, who we all know can be trusted, those are photos of the attacks.
Why does it say Akbar in the corner?
Because that's the website I like to go to. Anyway, I just think it's interesting that Jewish space lasers exist and they use them in Maui.
So you're on the team. I know what team you're on, Darius.
I'm pro-Palestine, baby. But I mean, look, I'm pro-Palestine. We discussed this last week.
I'm telling you.
Listen, let me tell you. You know what?
You banned from Harvard.
Listen, the worst thing about this being an awful month for me. 1, tough month to look like Russell Brand. 2, awful time to be a member of the MPGA. That's the worst thing for me. Being a member of the Muslim Paragliding Association. As you know, I love.
Oh right, yeah.
Fuck you
guys.
Because
Black Lives Matter and stand with, and people have been going around with that little like a badge of that paraglider thing. But didn't they paraglide into a rave and like kill a load of young people?
Music festival, yeah.
Yeah, it's a music festival. So it's pretty nasty to be celebrating that, man. Some of the footage. Go on.
I'm saying that's like going to an. That's like if you see someone paragliding into a music festival, you're probably like, "Ooh!" It'd be like if you was at an air show and you got shot by the red arrows.
Yeah, man. There's footage. There's footage of them watching. They're all like dancing and stuff, and they're sort of filming the paragliders. They're like, "Oh, I wonder what this is." Is this maybe this is a Bud Light marketing strategy or something? And and then there's footage of them like hiding in bunkers and stuff. There's one where, man, I think the guy's on like MDMA or something, and then
Justin
just obviously
that he's gay. He's got Bud Light. Justin's drinking it. Show that again, Justin.
But it's a
look at Dylan Justin Mulvaney, is it? Justin Mulvaney.
Dylan Mulvaney penis.
Yeah, in your mouth.
Yeah, and up my ass.
Sorry. Sorry, I interrupted. But yeah, they were watching that's awful. But listen, this war's gonna escalate, and then Iran are gonna get involved soon, I reckon. Maybe.
Actually, I prefer paragliding to the regular gliding. They're braver, and if you ask me.
Hell.
Good.
You were doing your fucking material. Ooh,
Yeah, I was trying to do a
like
joke, and then
Russell
everyone,
Brand
no one
and
laughed. I
Palestinian,
thought it's going to
whatever
be
it was.
fun. Yeah, I was trying to do material. I see if we get a laugh, and none of you laughed. And now you've hurt my
You're
feelings.
so clunky, mate.
Shut
You
up.
remind me
When
of
Darius'
Silas.
feelings
Do you remember
get
that
hurt,
program
he starts to lash
Silas? That's
out.
what you look like.
I don't know who that is. What are you saying, Ollie?
Well, when your feelings get hurt, you don't deal with it very well. You're not very good at processing emotions, so you tend to lash out.
That's right.
Who are you talking to? It could be all three of us. Which specific.
Oh, fucking headset.
You eat your feelings,
Do you know?
and we give our feelings a wedgie. We just deal with life differently.
I had someone at Top Secret last weekend when I was emceeing come up to me in the break and just went, "I've got some banter for you." And I went, "All right." And he went, "Person I'm sat next to is from Palestine." And that's all he said.
I had that when I did a
I must mention that.
I did a call. I've told you, I did a corporate in Tamworth, and it was at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday, and they hadn't told anyone that what it was, so they thought they were getting the sack. No one knew what it was. A surprise. They all walked in after their tea break, honestly, and there was like a PA set up in a fucking. I've got photos of it.
And they thought you were some HR consultant that's been brought in to break the new software redundancy packages.
They thought I was like some auditor. And this brummie come up to me and he goes, "Oh," because he was helped me set up. So one bloke at least knew this is in the dispatch thing. They made barriers for car parks, right? You know, them barriers would go up and down. And I go, "What's this fucking about?" The bloke that run it was like David Brent, you know, the bloke that owned the company. He was a comedy fan. No one else there spoke fucking English. It was a terrible idea. So he goes to me, basically, what's that?
What do they speak in Tamworth then?
Well, they obviously weren't from Tamworth, Ollie. They went, what?
Oh, Ollie, you've ruined the story.
Yeah,
Ollie. Ollie's all this Japan.
Why did you do that?
Not everywhere's abroad, mate. It's near Birmingham, and there's a lot of immigrants there, which is fine. And so
Justin, do you think you'll be able to remember the rest of the story now?
No, I think Ollie's thrown me because he said he was going to bully me in that group, didn't he? Don't worry about it, Ollie. It's gone now. The moment's gone.
Well, I want to know the end of this.
He goes to me, "Oh, this was just when the Ukraine war was about a month old." He goes, "Oh, we've got one bloke, we called him Jason." He goes, "He's actually a refugee from Ukraine. You should take the piss out of him. Like his wife and family are there still." I was like, maybe I probably won't do that. Like, give me a cheer if your family's under rubble. What the fuck are you going to do with that?
It's quite evil.
Darius, why are you not cheering?
Because there's a hospital that's under rubble right now.
Well, it's not though. Where's the structural damage? Man, I've looked at all the people in Gaza posted all these photos, and it's like I'm saying it right now. I'm calling bullshit on 800 dead. Man, I don't know how 800 people. Where's the blood? Where's the impact site? Where's the structural damage? I just saw some burnt cars.
Why is Biden there?
Because they won't let him into Saudi Arabia.
Did you ever see that clip of Biden? I think it's an old clip. It might have even been it was before he was president, where he's bragging about going to Ukraine and.
You've just broken up at the crucial moment of your story, Justin.
It's not a story, it's a question. Have you seen that clip where Biden's in the Ukraine before he's a president and he's gone over there? They've asked for $1 billion loan and he's bragging about it. This is on film. And he goes, I said to him, "Oh, yeah, I'm not going to give you the $1 billion. And they go, "Why not?" He goes, "Oh, I want you to get rid of this, like, you know, the fucking Secretary of State, whatever. Meddling in what they accuse Trump, that's meddling in foreign politics in exchange for money. That doesn't seem to be."
Oh, well, Hillary Clinton there was an email revealed from Hillary Clinton. They talking about Hamas, and they said we should have, what did they say? She said we should have finessed this election better to get the guys we wanted into power.
Yeah.
What was the tweet Hillary Clinton made, Leo?
Yeah, so basically she said, we should have rigged the election to get, people they want into power. Because the thing is, they're like, that's the thing about Palestinians. They're like, "Oh, we'll give them free and fair elections, and then they'll elect people who'll act in their best interests and stuff." And it's like, no, they'll elect Hamas They'll elect Hamas because they're driven by vengeance and fucking standing in the desert going la 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 la. You know what I mean? There's no like they're not thinking like some sort of middle class Bristolian who's electing, based on I think we should have more recycling facilities. Man, this is a centuries old blood feud between like religions.
Yeah, but
I'm
the
starting
gay.
to think. I'm starting to think we're not all going to get along.
Yeah. I'm starting to think maybe Jews and Muslims aren't the best mates.
I just want to state though that listen, if there's anything that Muslims are homophobic, that's actually down to the British and what they mandated in 1935, and that according to Owen Jones. So Owen Jones made a tweet and he went, the Palestinians hate gays because of the British rule. Let's see if we can find the tweet. It's really funny.
Is he just a troll? Does he know? Is he in on it?
I think he's thick because he gets a lot of things wrong.
I think it's a combination of two, but it is the fact that he can get people, like, even when he gets it wrong, it's good for him because more people are shouting at him. You know what I mean? There's more interaction.
That's what I mean. Is he in on it? Is he like gaffes are good for business sort of thing? Interactions. Like if I say this completely fucking stupid thing, in my opinion, and it's not even like I disagree with his sentiments sometimes, but he seems to sort of like argue against himself, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It contradicts his broader point.
All of his YouTube output is a hammer in search of a nail. He's just like, I'm here to make 1 point and do one thing.
Yeah. Do you see when he interviewed that young Tory?
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit pathetic. I thought like I could like win an argument against an 18-year-old about basically anything.
Well, not this one because he was right.
Right, so I'm reading that. What is his mindset? Is it so self-loath? What would you? Is it like so self-loathing? He wants to implode his own. Is it altruism? Do you think he thinks? Does he think this is altruism? Always looking to point the finger at himself.
You know what it is? He can't. The thing is, right now, no one seems to understand there's nuance to all of these discussions, right? So the Palestinians, who I support, have to be right in everything. So even though objectively, Muslims do not like homosexuals, he can't have that because that goes against his narrative. So it's not that they don't like homosexuals. It's not like they're pushing walls on them and whatever. It's because of the British in 1936 who made this mandate that gay sex is illegal, and they've kept this one rule since then.
Yeah.
They've discarded all the other ones.
You just got to look to Malaysia and Singapore, right? Because the British introduced similar laws there, and Singapore is now basically you can get married as a. In fact, can you get married as a gay person? Well, definitely it's not illegal anymore. But in Malaysia,
you can, but as long as it's to a member of the opposite sex as a beard.
Well, that's true. No, but there was definitely a big repealing of a couple of laws a year or two ago. I don't know the details, but Malaysia is still obviously still very much predominantly Muslim, and there's absolutely no chance of them. I think they've added to these laws rather than repealed them. So I don't think his point of like the British caused, the oppression of gay people does seem.
But just not see what I'm asking is what is the impetus of him to always be looking inwards? Like it's kind of like a very British thing to sort of like passively
blame Britain,
admit your own flaws and go, "Oh, I'm just an idiot." Oh, that sort of like it was very famous in the 90s when Hugh Grant's shtick in every film was sort of like he couldn't even get a fucking sentence out because he'd start apologising for the beginning of it before he'd got to the end of it. I'm such an idiot. And this sort of Owen Jones sort of like, oh, it's actually us. We're the bad guys again. It's like he's so fucking hell-bent on it.
Is it not also very weirdly egocentric? It's kind of the world he despises. Yeah. This idea that like Britain has this undue will and influence over the world. We just don't. Like the hard power or soft power that Britain has in this region has been like absolutely obliterated. Like we couldn't make them all gay if we tried. We couldn't stop them from having homosexual sex. Like there's just nothing that Britain doesn't have skin in this game anymore. Really, we're just not. We're not an important country.
No, and you wonder if it was overstated. Like I remember when I was, like I remember like my granddad saying to me, like, oh, we used to have a map of the world up in the classroom and 2/3 of it were pink for some reason on the atlas. The British Empire was always in pink and that the sun never sets. And I'm like, I don't fucking know that. Half of that might have been fucking inflated.
Pink?
Do you know what I mean?
Trying to spread homosexuality.
Exactly. I think British people are pretty gay. So I think if we went abroad, like in them days, I think we would have been hammering them Muslim geezers rather than outlawing homosexuality. What happens in Caracas? Can't think of anywhere over there.
What happens on a
happens
crusade? What happens on a crusade
crusade
stays on the crusade. Yeah.
What happens on an anus stays on an anus.
Fucking good one.
It's comedy gold, baby. It's comedy gold.
On an anus as well.
Not
Correct. You're doing it wrong. You don't just lay it on the opening. You got to go in.
Well, what people are getting foreskin surgery? What do you have to say about that? Keeping with the Muslim.
What do you mean?
Israeli
What, having them
thing?
redone, put back on?
So people have been circumcised. They're getting, because previously they'd basically take a bit of skin from like your arm or something and then sew that on as a foreskin, but there's scar tissue and obviously it didn't look anything like foreskin skin.
Well, if
but now they can regrow.
Skin, it might.
That's a good point.
But you know how they grow? They're growing them on mice. They literally grow your foreskin on a mouse.
That's good because it'll be self-cleaning. It'll eat the cheese. But the thing is, you can squeeze the skin on your elbow as hard as you can. You can't hurt it. It's got no nerves in it.
Really?
You can nip it as hard
if you
as you can.
Put a nail through it?
No, you're on straight, Darius, and then grab this elbow skin and squeeze it as hard as you can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Try that. Ollie, try it.
His hands ain't big enough.
Try and nip the skin on your elbow and see if it hurts.
Straight in your arm and then nip the elbow skin as hard as you can.
There's no nerve endings there.
You've got no nerve endings there.
You heard me say that. Don't pretend you knew that.
No, I didn't. I wasn't. I was reading some.
Just eat.
Well, what were you read? Can you stop reading your phone and pay attention to?
No, I'll tell you why. Because the Adelaide Fringe deadline is midnight local time, and I got about 2 hours to finally work out.
I was too late for that about a month ago when I asked you about that.
Yeah, no, but I obviously didn't.
I haven't gone to Australia because of this cunt. He's fucked me, hamstrung.
Well, you got 2 hours.
What happened? Why didn't you go to Australia?
Deadline is in 2 hours.
Why didn't you go to Australia, Justin?
I asked Ollie about it because he told me he was the expert in everything. And he goes, "Oh, you've missed the deadline." And that was about 6 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, you did.
So I didn't do it. And now he's saying I've got 2 hours left. But I'm not going to do it now.
Was that a different...
No,
was that a different one? You want to do Perth? Perth is the best one by a million miles.
If you do want to go, I've literally just found out one of the messages I've just got is that some of the deadlines are being extended because, for example, the Austral, which used to be Alan Anderson's venue, is now being booked by Terry North. That's a great venue.
So what's happened? Is Alan Anderson stopped doing Australia now?
Over the Austral?
Apparently so. Just found that out.
So what's happened with Alan Anderson? Has he quit promoting comedy?
He's opened a bike shop or something.
Yeah, apparently he's quit, and apparently the pub crawls are being, because that was his big money maker, right? He could buy a house every year if he wanted to with all the money he would presumably make. What I heard was
in Glasgow.
Quite. Taylor, who worked for him, left, and then
she got fired. Did she?
Well, I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, and
Alan's 12 of one,
like your Krispy Kremes.
Right. One more comment like this. I will walk 3
Darius
minutes down the road.
Writing this in the chat to me to read out. He keeps typing things for me to say.
Actually, can I join from my phone? Can I live stream going to a bakery?
Your internet connection might not be good enough. Why do you have to stop being a walking stereotype?
So
tell us more about.
Tell us the Alan Anderson thing. Because I'm sure the viewers, anybody listening, the 3 people are still listening.
That's why I need to really interested to keep the viewers interested.
This is inside the guy that books the baseball players in 3rd division.
Wow, you admitted to yourself as a 3rd division comedian.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got no profile. Although I did get recognised in Disneyland. That's funny. And the question was, "Are you Ollie?" And I went, "Yeah."
Shrek.
They thought
Shrek's
Yeah,
not
they
a
thought you're
Disney
the
character, so that doesn't
Marshmallow
work,
Man.
actually.
Yeah, but
Shrek's
I'm an adult.
universal.
I'm not supposed to know that.
Well, how did you get Matt? Why were you seen in the queue? Who saw you?
So, just a guy that had seen me in London.
Wow.
On stage.
It was a nonce convention that day.
From the
Did he think
bakery.
you're wearing? Did he think you're wearing a suit like Mickey Mouse? Was he like? Is it hot under that?
There will come a point. Maybe this is how you radicalize me.
Man, you're literally sitting in front of a microwave.
You are as well.
Like you can't move. You can't move outside of arm's reach of the fridge.
That's because I can't afford a bigger Airbnb.
What's the
Ollie opens the
Airbnb
fridge
like?
so much. Ollie opens his fridge
Tell
so
us
much.
about-
He's developed epilepsy.
Tell us about Alan
the light
Anderson.
going on and off.
So what happened?
So all I heard is, well, I mean, Darius will tell you because Darius was with him last year. A lot of his venue management was a bit last minute, right? Like he didn't get Darius' show on sale until
He
like, the
just
week
basically last year it struck me like every other year has been pretty streamlined, and they knew everything was going on, and he kind of like taken his
It's not
off.
the word I'd use for Alan Anderson, but
No, but the shows were like the pub crawls were on time. Your show was
Yeah.
booked,
Ultimately,
everything
from
was
a
in.
production
Like
level,
I mean,
the audience experience was good. Generally, his shows were some of the best ones.
If
but then
anyone
last
wanted
year
to-
he kind of like took his eye off the ball. Then he like fell out with Taylor and Keris, and then it all went a bit mental. He fired
so
Taylor.
Ollie, you finished off that bloke you hate, didn't you? The raper.
Well, I wouldn't say it was me.
Yeah, it
But,
was.
Oh, what happened?
what
then?
happened? Who what raper?
Ollie had a personal vendetta because someone slighted him in a comment, so he's destroyed his life.
Shit, what's he going to do to us?
Yeah, exactly. Like you want to talk about bullying? You took away a man's livelihood because he insulted your
Wait,
fucking
did this
MC
actually happen?
workshop.
Is that Mark
Yeah.
Oliver? Who is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mark-
I don't know his name.
Well, look, all I know is I believe victims, and
Well, all of them.
all the ones which tell the truth. Yeah.
Alright.
But yeah, just
Oh, that's a good caveat.
Amber Heard.
all,
Believe her.
I believe her.
What about that one that fucked over that baseball player?
Oh, I believe her loads.
Yeah. She's hot though.
well, look, I mean, there isn't really much of an update. Basically, there was a guy in the Bristol comedy scene who I'd seen some evidence of him doing some slightly dodgy stuff, and there was rumors in the background that he'd done some really serious, potentially criminal stuff. And like we talked about, there was a smoking gun video from a colleague of his who made a joke that Mark told him everything he knew about how to make sure that vulnerable women definitely have sex with him. As a
Is that
joke,
John Robbins?
yeah. So basically, since then, all I've heard is that. Well, basically, I didn't really want to get involved. Once I found out that someone who we all know apparently made a very serious allegation against him and wanted to keep her privacy, I just messaged
What was her
her saying-
name?
I haven't really got involved, but what I have heard is that the police might have been involved, and also someone reported him to the BBC New Comedy Awards, and apparently they were doing
Someone
an
did, Ollie,
investigation.
did they?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
How do
didn't.
you
I
know
thought-
that, Ollie?
Yeah. How
No, I
did you
didn't.
know that?
Although another
At
thing
past
is
11 on Tuesday, someone sent an email to the BBC.
I wonder who it could be.
Yeah.
Although there's a guy called Kev Mudd who I've not met, and he started a big vendetta against Mirth Control.
I saw that.
So yeah, I've never met Kev, but I've messaged him once or twice. But he's like, he keeps posting these stories with Jeff's picture, just going like "you're next" and stuff. It is all a bit sinister.
Weird.
But
he did a,
but I mean,
someone sent me,
his
someone
motivations
sent
are
me
good. 'Cause he was,
screenshots of his story.
yeah.
And I didn't know you could make them that long. It was like about 19 slides.
Yeah. Well, it's all to do with Mirth Control booking Rigdon and a couple of other no good uns, which, I mean, it's fair enough. I mean, you should kick up a fuss if people are booking people who are, nasty. But also, Mirth Control is so big. They obviously just put hundreds of gigs. I can believe that say Martin, for example, who's now left. This is boring.
All right, we'll talk.
Mark Control
You
book
can't be
hundreds of
boring
gigs,
and
but they're all for like
boring.
25 quid.
Yeah, none of the no. But isn't Birth Control weird that like all their gigs are 25 quid, but then occasionally you got one in Bratislava for $5,000? Like, I don't know how
you know
they
what?
afford both
You know what?
markets.
My mate was represented by Mirth Control, and he
Who?
said, I don't want to put him in hot water, like the saying, not the club.
They
But
won't put
like
anyone from Birth Control.
he said when they send out the emails with all the like at the bottom it's got a gig, it's all like 25 quid in Gloucester, 50 quid in fucking like Aberdeen or whatever, and then it'll be like at the bottom it'll be like $2,500 a corporate on a Tuesday or whatever it is, for some. And like he says, those gigs don't exist. It's just to make people apply for the shit gigs because then they think they'll get in the good books and get put forward for the good gigs.
Is that true?
Son of a bitch.
I believe everything.
This is a new conspiracy theory. The Mirth Control conspiracy theory. Well, talking about comedy. If we're going to stick on comedy, what about this review?
That's ambitious. We're going to stick on
1 star.
What do you think about
1
that?
star for Rickey Gervais.
Means...
so I read that review. You know what? Like, whoever it is that writes for Chortle. Number one, Chortle isn't anything anymore. It's like a fucking blog. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it doesn't get any. It doesn't get views. Nobody gives a shit. Like nobody cares. If you want to go and watch a comedian, you're going to watch his stuff on YouTube. You're not going to read a fucking review.
Yeah,
but like, so this review is just like, it's just like some fucking enemy journalist.
Ollie just spent $5,000 on PR this year.
Did you spend $5,000 on PR, Ollie?
No, obviously I didn't spend $5,000. You know who I went with? I went with the.
How much did you spend?
1,500.
Was that with Julian?
Yeah.
And
he's a good guy. And
to be honest, I think I got value for money. He put so much work in. All my reviews were 4 stars or more. I got loads of them.
Oh, you paid for
Well, that must have been a lot of work. Fucking hell. He earned his money there.
And like, full page spread in the Daily Express the Daily Star about Joe Pasquale.
What is Daily Star? Where all those comedy.
Julian's good. I really rate Julian. I think like he knows what he's doing. He works hard.
Yeah, when I had Julian as my PR, he got me paid work. So I wrote a thing for the Sun for like 500 quid or something. So like I paid like it wasn't 1,500 quid. It was like 1,200 quid or something. I can't remember exactly how much. But then I got money back for it. Worked out about even because he got me stuff that I got paid for. It was great. Also,
I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't have signed with this agent unless I'd got all that kind of PR stuff.
What agent?
It's
Mirth Control.
Yeah. I'm now
they promised me a $2,000 corporate.
What one is it?
She's called Nicola Hobbs. She's Scott Capurro's agent and Greg Proops.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, she's good. And also Joe Pasquale. That was the in.
Right. Yeah.
Ollie's got the biggest agent. Ollie's famous now, maybe.
Yeah, I got recognised at Splash Mountain, and Joe Pasquale and I share an agent. What more do you want?
What more do you want?
Yeah. But this review of Rickey Gervais, man, it's like an enemy journalist, like some poncy fucking music reviewer being all, I don't like Def Leppard, I don't like Guns N' Roses, they're too mainstream. I like really cool, esoteric, weird music, like, I listen to The Fall and I listen to this stuff. Man, nobody fucking cares about who cool. Like, obviously, Rickey Gervais in a stadium. I mean, all right, a stadium is not the best place to see comedy, but obviously, Rickey Gervais is good at comedy. You know what I mean? He's not a 1-star act. And the fucking shit that they give 5 stars to. What was that one? The Johnny Yeah or something. Darius, what was that one? Johnny Yeah.
I don't know, but all this review does is like undermine their own website because no one reading this will be able to, believe like, wait, Rickey Gervais is 1 star, Sophie Duke or whoever's like 5 star. It's like they're not going to be able to.
If you look at
hang on a minute. Have you actually read the review? I've just got the review now. Maybe it's right. What he's saying is Gervais has become a lazy performer who's realised he can coast his way through touring.
But that's not 1 star though, is it? I bet you watch that. This is 1-star show means you watch it, and this is insufferable, boring, the worst thing you've ever seen. It maybe it'll be like a 3-star show, and we've seen 1-star shows. You know that's not a 1-star show. Purely by the fact that he's standing up, looking the right way, and speaking makes it not a 1-star show.
I haven't seen their shows, but I will see an Edinburgh review, a review of a 1-hour show in Edinburgh of an act that I know hasn't got a good 10 minutes, and they get 2 stars.
Yeah.
And like they've given 1 star. That is just. But this is the thing. I think it was you that just said it, or you did, Darius. Is they're fucking themselves, because if you looked at that screenshot on the right, there's Kane Brown and Adam Rowe. These are both people that have finding their own audience, and the chortles of this world have just circumvented. You see, there's 2 guys there that have got their own audience. Paul Foot's been around years. He sort of like needed the industry a bit, maybe, or came up through that old school system, if you know what I mean. Of like, you go to Edinburgh, you get reviewed. Fucking, it's just making itself look more antiquated, I think, by giving him 1 star.
But isn't okay? Let's. It's not for me to fucking defend Chortle, but the counter argument is this is like an industry publication for industry. This isn't for the general public, really. And all they're saying is,
we can hear you typing, Leo. Shut up.
All
Well,
Chortle
why didn't you fucking shut up?
All Chortle seems to be saying in this review is Gervais isn't adding to the collective pot like he used to.
No, but they're giving it a 1 star. No one reads. They look at the star rating and they think 1 star.
Ollie,
this is going to be the
you're so
worst
naive,
thing.
man. They're reviewing Rickey Gervais and giving him 1 star because they want traffic, because they sell adverts. What are you saying? It's an industry. Sure. It's not for the. They're trying to get the public in. They need eyeballs to sell advertising.
That's true. They do.
So that it's no good going. Oh, it's just for the industry. That's not true. They're trying
so it's bait.
Yeah, maybe it's bait. What's this Joe Malone song?
In 2021 was bait.
Did you see that video on? Did you see on TikTok? There's a trend now where they're smashing their own faces with a hammer to get better jawlines and stuff.
What?
That's how stupid Gen Z are.
Can you, talking of TikToks, can you bring up the video of the guy eating a curry?
All right, 1 second. Will we get a strike for this? So this is an American guy eating a curry for the first time. We don't want
chicken, the garlic naan, the onion bhajia, the gulab jamun. I think I got that right. And this came with some sauce and a whole basin of rice.
We went to India Oven in Bowling Green, Kentucky,
for a grand total of $35.
Just want to say that is such an American outfit.
Americans, it's like a joke.
Just dress so badly, oversized shirt. Yeah, so awful, terrible fashion sense. No offense,
and he needs to get his eyebrows done, Darius. Actually, one thing I will
this
say,
guy needs a makeover.
Darius encouraged me to get my eyebrows waxed once, and he said you won't realize it, but you'll become imperceptibly better looking, and no one will know why. And he was right.
It's true. And then I stopped getting mine done. I need to get mine done again. Imperceptibly. Let's watch the rest of it. Let's see.
But he needs to get his eyebrows.
Imperceptibly means you can't notice.
Exactly. But you're better
looking.
Let's start
if it's imperceptible, it's a waste of time.
Wait, he's eating the onion bhajia. Let's see if it blows his mind. Let's see if it blows his mind.
This is great. It tastes like an onion ring, but there's no onion inside. It just has onion flavoring, so it's kind of like a fry. I like it. I give this an 8. Now let's try a piece of this garlic naan.
Imagine trying garlic naan for the first time.
Garlic naan?
That seasoning is out of this world. It has a nice garlic parmesan taste, and that is cooked to perfection.
I'm not even joking. You fucking tit.
It's thin.
Say that again, Justin.
There ain't no parmesan on a fucking naan, you tit. He's got a palate of a moron. This hasn't got onion, and as if it hasn't got onion and onion bhajia, it's just chopped up, you fucking dumb cunt. I've turned into Gordon Ramsay. Come on, big boy. What do we know?
Let's watch the rest of it.
Bread, but it has so much flavor to it. In fact, this might be the best bread I've ever had in my life. 9.5. Now let's try this buttered chicken for the very first time.
So he's eating butter chicken just direct.
They didn't give me a fork or nothing, so thankfully I had a fork in my car. But yeah.
He had a fork in his car. I love him. He had a fork in his car.
Holy crap! This might be the best thing I've ever tasted in my life. Okay, let me chill out. This chicken is it's like liquid. It just melts in your mouth, okay? And as for the butter taste, it does taste a little oily. But what I'm really getting is a cinnamon taste for some reason. And
I don't think
this is absolutely delicious. You get these giant chunks
he's so keen. He's so keen to he's so keen to enthuse about it. He just makes up what he tastes.
Yeah, there's no I'd like to see the cunt have a file.
Vindaloo.
Yeah,
imagine trying curry for the first time.
Have you ever seen that tribal people YouTube?
No.
Where they give him a Big Mac for the first time and stuff.
Yeah, they go to a remote part of Afghanistan and get these and they're the first time they ever tried cheesecake and that.
Mm.
It was just really fucking interesting.
But isn't it interesting that we're the last generation where there are people that are growing up, they're never going to get exposed to world cuisine. Basically, because of the global supply chain, you can now eat anything. There's basically no.
You can.
Right, I'm not
anymore. Yeah, but you still need to know about it or find out about it. Not many people will have had what's it called, nasi goreng or something like that.
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
I've never had that Italian cheese with the maggots in it.
You can get
what?
It is astonishing. Walking through central London, you can get the most you can just get so many regional cuisines, and they import stuff by flight. They're basically I think we're the last generation where we're not going to get exposed to absolutely everything.
Hold on.
Maybe there's a risk when we just homogenize. We just it just rounds to zero.
Just a sec. Justin's just revealed to us Kazumatsu. Kazumatsu, sometimes spelled Kazu, also is a traditional Sardinian sheep milk cheese that contains live insect larvae, maggots.
Yeah, Joe. On this occasion, I'm going to side with Leo on this one. I think we're going to let the free market decide. And the fact that you can get every other type of cheese in Tesco's, but not this, speaks volumes.
Yeah, but they reckon the maggots. It's
you
like
can
civet.
actually. You can
it's
actually
like
buy
cat coffee.
You can actually buy maggot cheese in Tesco's. They just don't advertise it as maggot cheese. They just come through.
Get out the skip at the back, didn't you, Darius? You're a freegan.
Quick, what is as time is of the essence? How are we gonna rate our top 5 curries? What's your curry order? Let's do that. You go to an Indian, what do you order?
I order two. I have sashlik chicken and lamb jalfrezi, and that's it. No sides.
No sides. What do you order, Ollie?
So are we ordering for the table or just for me?
Well, it's
doesn't
the same,
make a difference for you.
Right. No,
what is it?
Because my Indian curry hack is the biryani curry combo.
What's that?
You think you're clever with all these hacks? You know, soon you're going to have to hack your foot off.
So you get a biryani and then you put a curry on top.
That's a good line.
I'm not ashamed. I think
that's the problem.
If it's it depends on the curry house as well, doesn't it? But generally speaking, I'll go for something tomatoey and garlicky and chili-y. But I'm a fan of a butter chicken, pilau rice, garlic naan, cheese if I'm not on a date, and always start with poppadoms.
You're like Rain Man. You can remember a whole fucking menu.
Leo, what's your Indian order of choice?
I like lamb. Lamb is the best meat. I don't like chicken because I don't trust the chicken. I think it's battery farmed. They use
there's a trade-off.
Hens,
I agree with you. Lamb's my favourite meat. Sorry, lamb's my favourite meat. But do you think you get less?
Yeah, but I don't mind getting less. I'd rather get less of something good than more of something shit. And also, another thing. They use when chickens have laid the eggs. You know when chickens have laid the eggs, they use that. They use them, and also. Lamb can't be intensively farmed. It's got to live free.
Leo, do you not think
free like an American?
A high-risk dish to order in a restaurant you've not been to before. It's so easy to fuck up lamb and make it really dry and rubbery. Or sometimes they use a cheaper cut of goat and it's got sinew in.
Yeah.
What's mutton?
The best lamb is in the Edinburgh Dishoom. So nice.
Yeah. So what's your choices? You get lamb.
Dishoom's a good. lamb jalfrezi, something like that, some with like onions and tomatoes and stuff. And also, Ollie just mentioned dishoom, like they're really good. And the paneer, I love paneer.
Oh, that's good. Their dal is so good. Oh, I got the dishoom key ring, right, where you get to roll the dice to get a free meal. I've gone.
Ollie goes in there 6 times a day.
No. Listen, I've done 4 rolls and I've not won yet. So
that's every lunch.
Statistically, in the next 2 visits, I'm going to get a free meal.
That's not how rolling a dice works. So the chances are the same every time you roll.
They're not independent. It's not independent. I've within 6 times I will roll a 6 once.
That's not
They're
true.
No, you won't.
Each time you roll that dice, you got the same chance of hitting a 6 each time. Whether you've got 6 sixes in a row.
Mathematically, that is what it is. But you're telling me that you roll 6 sixes in a row, and you're not going to go something weird's happening.
I'd be like, "Wow, I rolled 6 sixes in a row. That's quite strange."
No.
Some people would apply this level of sort of analysis to gambling. Ollie's to getting a free meal.
Yeah, it's the right way to do it.
I don't know about that.
You're not coming to Dishoom now. Now with my
He's like counting cards. He's like counting cards on those little McDonald's Monopoly things.
Man, that used to be good, McDonald's Monopoly.
What? Why?
Because
you used to get free stuff all the time.
It's a numbers game, isn't it, Ollie? If you're having fucking 15 Big Macs a day, you're going to win more often.
I don't think it is a numbers game. One whistleblower said that they didn't release the big prizes till later in the campaigns, for example. Because like if they've already given away all the big prizes in the first week, why would they bother?
Also, with the internet, like, isn't it if you get like
more conspiracy theories?
Yeah, if you get Mayfair and Park Lane, you win big, right? But you're just going to go on the internet and go, "I've got Mayfair." Has anyone got Park Lane? We'll fucking.
No, but that's the thing. They've only got like 3 Park Lanes and 1 million Mayfairs.
Yeah, but the chances of you used to have to get both, but now you can just go online surely and find someone else with the other one and split it.
Yeah, well, that's what you mean. Yeah, but if you've got the rare one, then you just buy loads of McDonald's until you get the other one.
And that's your strategy.
I'm in.
I'm buying it anyway. I might as well.
Listen, what else is going on?
Have you tried the KFC chips?
No. Are they nice?
They put MSG on them now.
What? KFC.
Oh, there's another comedy feud. There's another comedy feud between Anthony Theophanis and Adam Rushton.
Leo, do you want to
say what do you think of that?
For the listeners, for who these people are?
Yeah, give us a little background.
Anthony Theophanis, I think he called himself Theo the Greek and Fat Theo, and he ran some comedy nights in the Midlands, but I don't know if he was badly organised or whatever. Any ones that I was booked for always fell through, and I think I got what do you call it? You know when you get half your fee because it gets pulled. I think I got that once,
fee.
Which is just like the best. Man, they're the best gigs. I'd way rather get paid half the money to not do anything than get paid all the money to go and do something, especially if you've got to drive there. You know what I mean? But anyway, like Adam Rushton is a sort of like lower tier agent and booker and stuff.
He represents Ignacio Lopez, who's brilliant.
What's that?
He represents Ignacio Lopez, who's brilliant.
Yeah, but he's got like one good act. Funnily enough, my mate was signed with Adam, and he said, and then they fell out. But he said he only signed with Adam because Adam used to be an act. And he was like, he wasn't a good act. And so my mate was like, if he could get himself gigs, he'll definitely be able to get me gigs. You know what I mean? But yeah, so they've fallen out. Adam Rushton gets all angry online and slags people off, and he's done it to Anthony. Yeah. Funnily enough, it was over the K Curd stuff because he wanted me to get you to like not kick up a fuss up the creek about the K Curd stuff, and I'm, it's like, why don't you fucking speak to Darius? And like, I was just like, nah. I think it's good that Darius is like.
What was his involvement in the K Curd stuff then? He's not representing him, was he?
Because but he was on the LCA, like they tried to set up this sort of communist fucking Politburo to control
Hang on,
comedy.
Darius tried to become president of the LCA.
Yeah, because that would have been hilarious.
That would have been amazing.
Darius,
but that shows how little humor the comedy industry has. That instead of just taking the piss and voting for me, they just voted for like the same old like these Oxbridge guys and like token diversity high.
Yeah, and all these just joyless fucking non-binary fat dweebs who shit at comedy like Sima Ferdows and Layla Navabi. Huh?
I'm right here. Why are you being really mean?
Oh, what are they gonna do? Cancel me from some fucking Rupert Majendi gig? I don't give a fuck. Jesus Christ, I'm already cancelled.
I reckon we've been going roughly the same amount of time, haven't we, Leo and Darius?
Yeah.
I think you're newer, aren't you, Ollie? It's so weird that I hear you say all these names.
You certainly seem newer.
On about.
What does that mean, Leo? That I'm fresh-faced, got good skin?
Yeah, you got more enthusiasm for the job.
Ollie's got a new skincare regime.
Yeah, I got a new skincare regime, and it works. The bags are
you started showering.
Yeah, your bags don't look as awful as they used to.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Justin, what were you going to say? We've been going about the same amount of time, and what?
Say someone's name. I don't know the fuck you're on about. It's weird how you can both be in sync for so long, and like you can sort of lead these separate.
No, Rupert Majendi's Knock 2 Bag. You'll know him from Knock 2 Bag. Do you remember that gig?
No, I never did that. I've never heard of that name in my life, Rupert Majendi. It's just interesting.
He's some BBC wanker, and he like, I was booked to do some gig at like whatever it is. Is it Knock 2? I can't remember.
I think it's Knock 2 Bag.
And anyway, Rupert, the posh cunt, pulls the whole gig. Doesn't just get me cancelled, gets the whole gig cancelled as a warning. If you associate with this man, you're in trouble. The industry's going to come for you. So nobody can fucking associate with this man.
This podcast now.
Yeah, probably. You're blackballed now, Ollie.
Yeah.
By association.
Cool.
That's the coolest thing you've ever done.
Same as you are from Cosmos.
What's Cosmos?
What's Cosmos?
All you can eat buffet. You know, we went to one in Leeds.
I think
with Louis.
Oh yeah, I remember
World
that.
cuisine. Yeah.
You ever been to Zaza Bazaar in Bristol? Biggest buffet in the UK.
I've not been to Zaza Bazaar.
I actually haven't been there so long. I think I last went there probably before I even started comedy.
All right, listen, we've done an hour, so I think this has been a riveting podcast, up and down. Ollie, what are your plans this week? You're in Paris.
I got gigs in Paris, then Barcelona on Saturday, and then Vienna on Sunday. Come and see me in London next month.
Any gig coming up, Justin, you want to plug?
Yeah, I'm now looking.
He's looking. Anything you want to plug?
Romania's just cancelled. I was going to be on Romanian telly. And
why was that? Like, did they book your flights and stuff?
Yeah, they booked my flights and everything, so they've lost money on that.
And they just cancelled it?
Yeah.
Let me plug my gig.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, yeah, Leo's doing stand-up comedy for a change.
I'm doing stand-up comedy with Count Dankula.
I'm doing this.
December. Darius is on as well, and it's going to be fun. Is it the 15th or something of December?
So I think we're doing like extended sets on the 5th, 13th of December. I'll tell you right now when it is.
Well, I've got my calendar here. I'll look in my calendar.
15th of December in London somewhere. 15th of December is going to be the most toxic comedy night in the UK.
Okay.
Super toxic.
On the
this
15th.
Week, I am closing at Toriano's at TNT Comedy. Kentish Town.
Are tickets still available? Is there a wait list?
Free entry. And on the way out, you get to take money out of a bucket.
I'm doing Glasgow Glee if you listen to this on the weekend, so come through.
Yeah, on Saturday I'm in Aldermaston. Aldermaston?
Is Glasgow Glee, what sort of numbers does it get now?
Man, the thing is pretty big. Last time I did it, it was sold out the last couple of times.
Wow.
It's massive. It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
So even when it's sold out, like the lead up to where you see,
isn't it? Oh no, the stand as well, sorry.
But when you lead up to the seats, it's
rotunda.
Like it's so big that to get the seats, it still feels kind of empty, if you know what I mean. Because the bar area.
Yeah, it's a big space.
Yeah, it's like
But that's great. That's great. It's doing well.
Yes, I mean, yeah, the last 2 times it's been packed, so that's good. So, but
Because I
before
did it
that,
when
it's
it
been
was when
busy.
it just opened up. I did quite a lot of it, and yeah, it wasn't like, I mean, it was still good nights and stuff, but it wasn't getting sold out then. So it's good they've built it up.
Yeah, takes time. Well, that's
Yeah.
what Rick's doing. He's opening Hootenannies in Edinburgh. It has to build
It's
that
such
up
a
as well.
hard slog.
Yeah. All right. Listen. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for listening to us. Like and subscribe. If you're not a patron, consider joining the Patreon for just something a month. We can have money to do not much, and we enjoy that. Also, if you're into
And plug
CBDs,
the CBD.
I'm plugging it right now. If you're into CBDs, I believe, though I'm not sure, we're still sponsored by Highpoint.care. Use the code 3SP. You will get 10% off your CBD needs. When we get back to London, we're going to meet with them. Probably going to bring him in so he can chat about it. And we're also going to get loads of stuff to give away. So Highpoint.care, like and subscribe. 3SP, lick my balls. Thank you so much. Bye. Wait there. Bye.